Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back or welcome to my YouTube channel. It is Ashley and today we're going to be dyeing my hair. I am so sick and tired of it being all natural, so it is officially time for me to go darker. Now if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and give this video a thumbs up, and let's go ahead and get on with the hair dye. So it's officially time for me to go dark with my hair color. Now I've thought about this for a super long time. I really wanted to go light at one point, but then I was like, let's not damage my hair any more than it already is because the ends are a little dry. So I figured, I reached out to a few hairstylists and was like, hey, but one of them in particular did not respond at all. So I was like, you know what? I'll just do it myself. Miss Live, Laugh, Love. Go ahead, you can sit down. I'll just keep my money. So I have decided to just go with the Sally's color, the Ion Demi-Permanent Dark Warm Brown. This is the color 3W. I got 3 of these. One of them's busted, so I'm probably gonna save that one for last. But I am so excited to go back to my dark color. I just feel like it looks so much better with my eyebrows because my eyebrows are so dark, but my natural hair color is so much lighter. So here is what we are starting with. This is what it looks like. There's some lighter pieces and some darker pieces, but it's just overall all my natural hair color, and I'm so tired of it. So I've got my mixing bowl ready, and I've got my developer, and I'm just gonna go ahead and mix it up, and then we'll go ahead and get into the hair dye. Alright, so I figured while I dye my hair today that I would update you guys on everything that's been going on in my life. So first of all, I've only mixed up one bowl. I'm gonna be doing one at a time. I typically do 2 at a time, but I feel like it's just gonna be easier, just 1 tube at a time. And I think I'll only need 3. I only bought 3, so we'll see how it goes. But I did want to update you guys on my life because it has been quite chaotic these past few months. So let's start with my car getting hit by 2 children. I'm also going to be starting with my roots first. I know I don't need to because I'm doing all one color, but I think it's just easier for me to just start off with my roots. So first of all, one of the first trails of events, I literally think somebody has a voodoo doll or a curse on me at the moment because my life has just absolutely been awful these past couple of months. So the first trail of events is also if I'm looking this way, it's because I'm looking in the viewfinder because obviously I'm not going to be able to see how I'm dyeing my hair if I don't look somewhere. So if I'm looking this way, that's why. My car, my lovely, okay, so we have 3 cars in between me and my boyfriend. We have a 350Z, a Jeep, and my little car that I drive daily. So, he took my car because the Jeep's been broken and we've been planning on fixing it and selling it. So, my boyfriend ended up taking my 350Z to his friend's house to help his friend out, fixing up his bike or something. A very good deed to be doing. This is on a Saturday, and I had just gotten off work and I got a phone call. Could you send me the insurance to the car? I was like, why would I do that? Why would I do that? Also, it's in the center console, but whatever. Why do you need that? The car just got hit, but calm down, don't worry, I cleaned the house. Excuse me? What do you mean the car got hit? Well, it was parked. It was parked on the side of the road. So you're probably wondering, who would hit a parked car? Yeah, I was wondering the same thing. That's because it was 2 children. 2 children hit my car that we quite literally just fixed because it hasn't really been drivable. Because we like to buy, oh my god, I just dropped that everywhere. Because we like to buy crappy cars and fix them up and drive them because I honestly think it's just cheaper than spending all of my money on a brand new car. Because I could never commit to a new car. So anyway, and this is one of my favorite cars that I've ever had is my 350. Because I love going fast. But anyway, that's besides the point. It got hit by children. So after I got that phone call, I had just gotten off work and I hadn't eaten yet because I work nights. So I was very angry. So I was on my way there. And I'm hearing screaming in the background of this phone call because these kids were driving They were driving a golf cart. Yeah, let me add that in there. It took off the whole front end of my car. Love it! And it's not going to be able to be fixed for 2 months from the date that it got hit. Because first of all, these people didn't want to go through insurance. They're like, oh, don't worry, we've got the money. We'll just pay for it up front. Don't even worry about it. Don't worry about going through insurance. And I was like, that's great, because in the state that I live in, it's a no-fault state, and I did not want to go through my insurance at all because I literally pay $60 in insurance for that car. $60. And when I did call the insurance company just to get like a quote on how much it would go up, it would go up by $100. And I was not having that. I was absolutely not having that. I was like, there's absolutely no way. That's more than what I pay now. Like, way more than what I pay now. Not happening, sorry. So they were like, yeah, we'll pay for it. A couple days go by. We get their phone numbers, everything. I already know where they live, and I've already gone off on these people. I'm like, what are you doing not watching your children? Because they, nowhere near. These kids were just out and about by themselves on the road, driving around. They could have hit like a person. But anyway, we ended up having to go through insurance because they couldn't afford the $5,000 quote that we ended up getting from the body shop, because they were like, this is gonna cost quite a bit. And $5,000 is more than I even paid for the car, but they don't need to know that. They didn't need to know that. But they were like, this little kid car, that ain't gonna, there's no way that front end costs them. Okay, it does, because you completely took off the front end. But anyway, so that happened. And then what was the next thing? Oh, so when we were trying to sell his car, literally nobody, oh my god, it was like the worst experience ever. And I've sold a gazillion cars, and we've sold it on Facebook Market. And that's like the first problem. There's so many just no-shows, and I just don't understand that anymore, because even at work, I get so many no-call no-shows. Like, what is this world anymore? But okay, anyway, the next trail of events, my car. So we decided, so it was recently our 5-year anniversary. Me and my boyfriend have been together 5 years, since we were like 17. So we decided to take a little quick trip, because I don't really have any days off at work anymore for the rest of the year, besides like 2 vacations. So we were like, let's just take a quick weekend trip. Also, like, that's a whole nother thing. I cannot, it's not that I can't handle my job anymore, but it's like really taking a toll on my mental health. It is just, it's not sustainable. Working nights for such a long extended period of time has made me absolutely lose my mind and be such a sad person. But anyway, I also, I don't have ADHD, I don't think, but I cannot focus for the life of me. So if this is all over the place, it's because I can't focus. But anyway, we went to Gatlinburg, which is not super far from us, but it's like 5 hours. So we decided to drive it with my trusty dusty car that I drive daily. I drive this car every single day. There's nothing wrong with it. I've had it for like 3 or 4 years now. It's gone to Salem, Massachusetts. It's gone to Boston. It's gone to New York. It's gone to Chicago. It's literally gone everywhere. So like, this car is like the mom mobile. It's my trusty dusty car. We drive down there, everything's fine, until the front bumper flies off. I'll literally put a picture here, because absolutely no way. What the hell? Like, we heard some really weird noises coming from the car. We were like, what was that? It sounded like the tire came off. It was just the bumper like going up under the tire and falling off. Love that. That happened within the first like couple of hours. And then, I don't know if I've gotten this size or not. I literally can't see because I'm looking into the viewfinder, but it's whatever. I don't really care how my hair turns out. I just want it darker. We had a very interesting time in Gatlinburg. Probably one of the most embarrassing things ever happened to me while I was down there. I accidentally walked the strip naked. So that's a whole nother story. We'll come back to that. We are on our way back from Gatlinburg, and we go to pick up our lovely dog because she stayed at his grandparents' house while we were gone. And the car starts sending us some mixed signals. All the lights are going off. It's just not looking good. So we're like, okay, we'll turn off all the air. And mind you, it's like 90 degrees outside. So we turned off the air. and it started giving us very, very low power. Now, when I say like low power, like it was going like 5 miles per hour. So we were like, what is this? And then we got a low battery sign on the car, because it's a 2006, but it's still like, you know, tells us what's wrong with it before it actually happens. So we're like, oh no, please make it home, because this has been a 5-hour drive in like complete awful, like the most horrendous rain ever, like tsunami looking rain. I'll post a little picture right here for that. It has been like the worst drive back. It felt so long, like longer than like a drive to Florida. It was horrendous, but it died. The car broke down and died. So I didn't have my car for a day. That was great. It was the alternator. We love that. But yeah, so back to like the worst train of events in my entire life. I had the most embarrassing thing happen to me while I was walking on the Gatlinburg Strip. So I love to dress up. That's like one of my favorite things to do. I feel like it just makes me feel so much better about myself. So me and my boyfriend dressed up to go out to dinner on the Strip of Gatlinburg. Super fun, fresh, like, okay, what's the harm in that? So I was wearing this Zara dress that I had gotten from TJ Maxx. Super great find. It was like, I don't know, $9.99, $12.99, something like that. Super, super cheap. It had like this mesh layer and then like a layer underneath, like kind of like a slip dress underneath the mesh layer. Now I'll show you guys a picture. I posted this on my Instagram because we ended up like taking pictures while I was down there in this dress, because I loved the dress. So we were all dressed up. We got in the car, and our hotel was like maybe 2 minutes away from the Strip. So we could have technically walked, but I was wearing heels just because I wanted to dress up really nice. So that, you know, it looked cute. Okay, hold on, let me split this. I can't multitask also, like it's just not a thing of mine. There we go. Okay. So we got out of the car to go walk the Strip to go to this Italian restaurant that we wanted to go to, because we were both feeling like chicken Alfredo or something like that. And I ended up not even getting chicken Alfredo. I got spaghetti and meatballs. I'm literally the like meme or TikTok where it's like, can I get the orange cream soda? When like everybody else is getting a strawberry soda. That's me. But anyway, I got out of the car. Also, so the dress was like super thin, so I was not like burning up or super hot at all, and like mind you, it's like 90 degrees outside, because it's summer. I had gotten out of the car. We had started walking on the Strip before going out to dinner. We went out to dinner, and then we got up and walked the Strip some more because we wanted to go to like the little candy shops and the fudge shops, because like it's like the best part. I don't know, I'm like a super big candy person. But anyway, we were walking the Strip. I had gotten stared at the entire time, and I was like, okay, this is a little weird. Why is everybody looking at me? Whatever, I'm just gonna ignore it. It's probably because I'm wearing a dress on the Strip and it's hot outside. Because like nobody else was wearing a dress, nobody else was dressed up. Everybody was wearing like regular t-shirt and shorts like you would expect. But, you know, I'm just ignoring it. And then this girl comes up to me, and she's part of like this bachelorette group. She's like, oh my god, girl, you look so good in that dress. I'm like, she's lying. She's lying. I always think the worst when anybody ever compliments me. But, I was like, okay. She was like really about how I look in my dress. My boyfriend was like, wait, would you turn around real quick? I had the entire slip layer of my dress all the way up. So you could quite literally see through my mesh layered dress completely. As in you could see it from my belly button down. So that was embarrassing. Love that for me. I'm gonna finish dyeing like the root section of my hair and collect my thoughts, and then I'll be back to tell you guys the rest of the scenarios that have been happening in my life. Okay, I'm back. So I have dyed all of my roots. I just have like the mids and ends left to go, and I just mixed up another bowl. So we are on tube number 2. So I've thought about it, and I'm basically not going to share all of my other issues, because a lot of them have to do with like family and work. So I'm not going to share those ones, but I can share the ones like about my health. I have been absolutely so sick recently, and I'm pretty sure it has to do with the amount of stress that I've got going on right now. A lot of it is from work. I will say, but I have I've been trying so hard not to cough this entire video, but I have been so sick off and on. It's like every other week and I have no idea what it is. It's either like, oh, it's just a sinus infection, or oh, it's your allergies. But I have never been so sick, and like this year has been probably the worst for me. I had like some strep bronchitis type thing not too long ago, and I feel like it's just never going away. And something that's like kind of stressing me out is I literally can no longer scream. I'm not sure, it's like my voice, I would show you guys, but like I don't want to like, I don't know, scare you, or like, I don't know, or like hurt your ear sockets, because you can still hear a little bit, but my scream is like completely gone from the last strep that I had. So that's kind of scary. Some positive things that have actually been happening also, and my house keeps falling apart, so that's fun. And like I'm only 22, so I don't know everything and anything there is about like houses and like how to fix things. Like our water pipes are leaking, it's fine, everything's fine. We just kind of like, we're trying to ignore certain things and focus on bigger issues. We're like, me having to do full-time college every day is just really also not helping out too, because that really stresses me out. Like I have never hated school so much in my entire life, and I did drop out of high school, so I'm this close to dropping out of college because I cannot stand it. I literally cannot stand it. And now I sound like that guy that Brooke Schofield was dating. Also, I have dye like quite literally everywhere. So on the positive note, because I'll put some positives in there, because not everything can be bad, right? Not everything is awful and horrendous, but it is. So I was out last night actually, and I typically am a canceler. I never ever actually follow through with plans, because I always panic and have like the worst anxiety over like hanging out with people and just like not being home because I'm scared. It's like FOMO, but fear of missing out like on sleep and on relaxing and chilling. Like every second that I do get, I just want to sleep. Like I am so fatigued, it's not even funny. Like every 2 seconds, it's all I think about is, oh my god, I can't wait to go to bed. Like I can't wait to sleep. I can't wait to just get the day over with and take a nap. But anyway, I actually went out for the first time like literally ever last night, and typically I go to bed at like 9. So I'm not one to stay up late at all. So I went out. I was like, you know what? I called somebody up. I called a friend up and was like, hey, you want to go driving around? Because that's something I like to do. It's something chill and it doesn't take too much. You know, I don't know. I literally cannot handle more than like a few minutes of social interaction. I don't know. So we decided, let's go for a drive. Well, it was absolutely pouring. I don't know, I keep saying absolutely. It was pouring really bad, and you could barely see the road. So we were like, okay, you know what? Let's go out to eat first before we go on our drive and let it like clear up, because I was gonna be driving the 350 and it's already wrecked. So it's like, how worse can it get? But like, you know, I'm careful. I'm a careful person. I didn't want it to get any worse, and I didn't want to like put us in danger. So we stopped to go get a bite to eat at this like bar type restaurant, and it was interesting. So here's what happened. We were sitting there. I'm dressed as a bum because it was very last minute, and it was like, I don't know, 7 o'clock, around my bedtime anyway, so I wasn't like dressed up at all, and she was. And I don't know if this has any part in what happened, but I'm just gonna share that anyway. So we sat down, we started eating our food. This girl comes up and she's like, oh my gosh, you guys look so pretty. And we're like, oh, thank you. Not like anything too out of the ordinary. And then some guy comes up to our table and was like, hey, has anybody ever paid for your meal before? And I was like, and she was like, because it was just so strange. Like he had came out of nowhere, like wasn't sitting anywhere near us, and he handed us a $100 bill and left. Like the people next to us were like, what the heck just happened? And we were like, don't know this guy. But it was literally our saving grace, because both of us had honestly had like we've just gone through a lot recently, like a lot in the past couple months, and we were like, no freaking way, because our meal was only like 20 bucks. So we basically had $100 to just spend. So we split it and we went shopping with it, and it was honestly the most fun thing ever. We were able to get like a matching PJ set, and it was the cutest like purple Juicy Couture PJ set. And I got this like super cute, okay, I have a gazillion hair tools, and I've been trying like to use less heat on my hair, but it's hard because I really do like, I like hair, I like playing with hair, I like styling hair, but I got a hair tool, so I don't know, it's like a waver, and I have a crimper, so I don't know if it's gonna be any different than my crimper. But I'm excited to use it. So $100, we spent it well. And we ended up getting Starbucks afterward, because if you don't know me, I am absolutely obsessed with Starbucks, and I literally have to have it every day. Or I will have a mint tea beat down. And that was literally like one of the biggest, like, we used to have it at work like once a week, and we don't anymore. And that was like one of the best rewards for me personally, because I feel like we just don't get rewarded enough. And I know that sounds like it sucks, like just do your job, like you don't need to be rewarded for doing your job, but when it's like really tearing down everybody that works there, it is nice to be like, oh, thank you guys for what you do, here is a $5 drink. Like it's that simple. I don't know. I think I got all of my hair. I'm not too sure. I really don't want this video to be like 20 minutes long, but it's probably going to be, because I am just a yapper. So here's what the hair is looking like. I don't know, it looks dark to me, so I think we're done here. I don't know, I'm excited. So I'm gonna overlook my hair and just make sure that I didn't miss anything, but as all my hair videos go, I am not going to wash this out, blow dry it, style it, do my makeup, and then show you guys all today, because it's literally already 7 o'clock. So stay tuned for the finale.